Well, thank you so much for joining this multi-platform live with me, Jae Francis. I'm gonna try to log it into TikTok. Just give me 1 second here. Then we'll start. Just give me 1 second. It's a little bit better this time than last week. So it's a Thursday, the usual time for live stream for me. And then I do multi-platform live, TikTok. I look at the iPad, and then also I do, YouTube users, LinkedIn, and then also Facebook users may join this live. So usually I answer the question from YouTube and then TikTok. Thank you so much for joining this live stream. Well, today is a Thursday, and then for those of you who are in California or have a families and friends or anyone in California, I hope for fast safety, right? Safety and well-being. Hopefully, these fires over there, put out as soon as possible. So it's a difficult time. And tomorrow, for those of you who's joining from TikTok, the Supreme Court will have a hearing. Usually, at the end of hearing, you'll know how they're gonna decide on the future of the TikTok. For those of you who follow this litigation, right? Based upon congressional act. It's about national security versus First Amendment freedom of speech, free speech. So they're gonna make a decision, and then today's topic is about marriage green card case. It can be CR6, it can be F2A, and then I'm gonna talk about all adjustment of the status cases today. So for those of you who like to discuss consular process cases, come back next Thursday. And then obviously, the next Thursday would be the last one before Trump's inauguration. So, Thursday week of Trump's inauguration, which is January 20th, I'm gonna host the first Trump immigration after his presidency. So today's green card, next Thursday consular process, the K1 spouse visa parent cases, and then Trump immigration. So I already see some of the questions posted on TikTok, and then whenever you have relevant questions posted, I'll try to answer. Now, when it comes to marriage green card cases right now, right, still under Biden, it's about 6 months from the beginning to the end. And then once you submit our cases, it takes about 30 days to get work permit. So in most cases, there is no interview schedule. We also noted that some cases, USCIS will approve I-130 first, then the 45 a little bit later. So usually they will approve I-130 and 45 at the same time, but USCIS at this point have a little bit of higher tendency of approving I-130 first, then move on to 45. So having said that, I'm gonna start looking at the questions on the screen, TikTok, and then also I will answer anyone asking question from the YouTube side as well. So I use multi-screen. So whenever I scroll here, it means that I'm looking at the iPad to look at the questions from TikTok. Okay, so Hamed. Well, this is a consular process question. So you have a F2A. It means that your spouse permanent resident, and then you're overseas. And then looks like your NDC case was a DQ. It means that they approve your case and you're just waiting for interview. If you're living in Pakistan, Mexico, some countries takes long, but others usually relatively fast. But F2A, right? Because I-130 petitioner is a permanent resident, it may take longer. So check your visa bulletin and then get in touch with the embassy or consulate. Okay, Pablo Vargas asked question. Medical legal exam was sent 125 days ago. in the form of RP and then no updates. This is very common, very common. So I will make two comments in general. Okay, one for Pablo, and then I answer many times. Now, when you submit medical exam via the request for evidence, we call it RP, then they don't give you feedback right away. They don't really tell you like they receive your medical exam or they approve it. They don't say anything. In fact, waiting that much, you're waiting about 4 months. You may end up waiting more. So that's not ideal, but that's what they do. So now, right now, for those of you who are thinking about applying for marriage green card case or any cases involving I-45, you must include medical exam. Otherwise, it will be rejected. It means that your application with the filing fees will be returned back to you. So right now, unlike the Pablo who didn't have this requirement, right? He didn't include medical exam with everything else, and he got request for evidence later and still waiting for USCIS to make a next move. I'm speculating for Pablo that you already got a work permit and you're just waiting for next step. It can be interview, it can be like approval. You don't know, but right now, when you submit any case with a 45 I-45, you must include medical exam. So I see the question on YouTube, Mopar. Okay. So Mopar said, I appreciate the service you're providing for me and my fiance. Very good. And thank you so much for the compliments. Thank you so much for joining this. We enjoy working on our clients, whether it's adjustment of the status or consular process, and then we take pride in what we do. So thank you so much. Okay, let me see. Oh, there's a lot of questions I missed. Okay, but a lot of you joining this, and then I need to catch up the list of questions here. Just be patient. Even though I use a bigger iPad to avoid delay, but still the letter that I see is relatively small. Okay. So I'm catching up. A lot of you join from TikTok side. Okay, so finally, Asha Bawa asked the question. How long after the case is actively reviewed do I get a response? And then Asha has a marriage green card case. So this is related to USCIS online status, right? They say they're actively reviewing your case. I mean, it may mean anything. It may, in some cases you'll get updates next day or nothing happens, and then you may end up waiting multiple months. I wish that it's better than that. Also, the different variation is that you log into your USCIS account, and then like one day, instead of saying that it's going to take 3 months and that they give you like 20 months. If I were you, I wouldn't follow that. We don't follow that at all. We rely our processing time on how long it takes for our cases, not with the USCIS. So sadly, USCIS needs to be better. I don't know whether under Trump they will improve this processing time communication with the applicants, but we'll see. Okay, Katie, well, this kind of interesting question is R visa and then EB5. So do you know how to get a green card through the church? It's called EB5. So you start with the R visa, which is for religious visa. And then, later you can apply for green card. Usually ministers, pastors, Catholic priests, good candidates. The church and Catholic Church must show their financial ability to support, and then you must have qualified education experience to be minister, religious worker. But the problem is that EB5, which is EB4, I'm sorry, EB4 is a part of religious worker retrogress. So you don't get green card anytime soon. So, but we don't handle religious visa, religious worker green card. Our firm doesn't handle that anymore because it just like takes forever. It's difficult, so we don't do it. Okay. I see a lot of questions here, so I'm gonna drink some water. Just give me 1 second here. So, Sambridhi, you have a F2A case, and then you've been waiting about almost like like 18 months. That's usual. The F2A, once again, I-130 petitioner is permanent resident, not the U.S. citizen. That case, consular process takes about 3 to 5 years, 3 to 5 years from the beginning to the end. Unless you're in Pakistan or Mexico, it takes longer. So sadly, it takes quite a bit of time. Okay. We have a lot of F2A inquiry today. I don't know how to say El Guaya. You have a F2A is a current. You say your priority date is a December 2021. And then looks like okay. Are you overseas? Looks like you're overseas because if you're in the U.S. and then if you don't have any inadmissibility and then if you don't have any unlawful presence, then when your priority date becomes current, then you can apply for 45. But looks like you're overseas. So you said mention USCIS if your I-130 petition is still pending with the USCIS. But okay, let me tell you this. Um, Priority date of F2A cases has nothing to do with how long it takes to get I-130. So for example, even though your F2A priority date may become current, USCIS may not, approve and review your case, I-130. So if your I-130 is still pending this much, I don't think that's the case, then you should contact USCIS. Also, have you heard about mandamus lawsuit? Mandamus lawsuit suing the USCIS to compel them to make a decision on your I-130. Consider that possibility. It's called mandamus lawsuit. It's a mandamus APA lawsuit. If your case is still with the NVC, National Visa Center, or after that it's not moving, then you need to contact National Visa Center. Okay. Oh, Katie Smith asked question about the VAWA, violence against women. My friend chime in and say, good job. Thank you so much. My friends joining from Facebook, and he happened to catch this. Thank you so much. Well, have a good day, my buddy. Okay. Now, his question is, accepting public benefits with a prima facie determination will affect you in VAWA case. It means that you got VAWA has a multiple stages. One is the prima facie determination. It means that your 360 VAWA has a good merits, and then they're going to approve your case. So then after this, you'll get 360 approval, and after that, your 45 green card application will be reviewed, and then according to current regulation, USCIS probably will schedule interview for you. But circling back to your question, whether getting public benefits hurt your VAWA case, answer is no, because when you're eligible for humanitarian visa cases like a VAWA, U visa, T visa, right? Then your asylum, right, for that matter, you're eligible to receive public benefits. And then, well, obviously, I don't know what kind of public benefits you receive, but the bottom line is that you need to be very careful when it comes to disclosing your income when you get public benefits. So you need to be careful. I think that Kadi is concerned about the return of the Trump. So that's something that you may consider. And then my another friend is also joining this live. Thank you so much for watching this. Well, I'm glad that my friends from Facebook, watching this for now. But thank you so much. Okay, so I'm gonna continue what I've been doing, reviewing the questions about adjustment of the status. Now, okay, so yes, Alex Pacheco has a 751 pending case, and then looks like it's with Texas Service Center. And then how long does it take? Well, obviously, the 751, which is the removal of condition, your conditional residence, and you only have a 2-year green card. You like to remove the conditions so that at the end, you like to get a 10-year green card. It's called 751 petition. Now, our 751, right, especially when you file your case with your U.S. citizen spouse, takes about 18 months. 18 months. But if you file individually, it means that you have a waiver case. It means that you file without your U.S. citizen spouse, then it'll take between 2 years and 3 years. So I don't know, Alex, whether you file your case together or individually. So thank you so much for virtual gifts. Okay. So lots of sevens and lots of Z, right? That's your username. Ask the question. He has a pending marriage green card case, and then received work permit. Congratulations with the social. And then what's next? So I told you this earlier today that under Biden at this point, when you submit your marriage green card case, you get work permit and social about 30 days after you submit everything. Now, usually the next step would be just waiting for your case approval or interview. But there might be some request for evidence. So lots of 7 and lots of Z. Did you include your 693 medical exam with your initial filing? If that were to be the case, the next step would be just waiting for approval or interview. Archida, our usual YouTube viewer, join and say hi, and then I like to say hi as well. Okay. Now, Elaine, I hope that I'm pronouncing your first name correctly. Looks like you entered the U.S. without inspection. It means that you enter without the visa. Now, I mean, that's like really important information, but you may enter the U.S. many different ways. Number one, undetected, right? So you enter undetected and then you're here. Or you're caught and then you're paroled. Or you have a CBP1 and you apply for asylum. I mean, many variations. So Elaine, if you happen to get married to U.S. citizen or thinking about getting married to U.S. citizen, call us. We can talk to you because there's many ways for you to get a green card. But I will give you a simple answer. Unless you're paroled into the U.S., you're not able to apply for 45 adjustment of the status application. You need to go through different routes. Perhaps you have a pending removal proceeding on you, and then it's going to complicate your case too. So call us. Okay, you see the phone number on the screen. In contrast, the TikTok doesn't allow me to say any phone number to protect your privacy. So if you like to find me and contact us for case evaluation, go to my profile, Dr. Jae Francis Immigration, and there's a phone number you can click, or you can do pay consultation with me. What's the difference? If you call our main number, then our intake manager or intake specialist will get some information and then give you some case evaluation or sometimes pricing, not all the time. But if when you select the pay consultation with me, then I will talk to you directly. I will talk to you. So it's not a two-step, it's one step. So if you're looking for immigration attorney, and then you have a good case, or you're thinking about whether you'd like to start a case, or you don't have any ideas, but like you have some relationship with the U.S. citizen spouse or permanent resident, contact us. We'll talk to you. Thank you so much. Now, although I am from South Korea, I read some Chinese characters, but I'm not able to pronounce it. Sorry, I don't read the Chinese or speak Chinese. But anyway, so one of the Chinese users with a Chinese username said that there's a typo. You said 310. You meant I-130. I-130 was approved 2016. It's a long time ago. Now you just submitted 45 now. You mean the October of 2024. So you're indicating that your spouse was permanent resident, right? Now, if your U.S. citizen spouse is a permanent resident and you're here, now you need to be careful when it comes to a 45 filing, right? Number one, right? Visa must be current, F2A. And number two, if you have any unlawful employment or unlawful presence, they will not be forgiven. So what do you mean? Then your spouse must be a U.S. citizen before USCIS adjudicate review your 45. So I'll circle back to YouTube. So Archida, your 129F still pending. Archida's 129F, which is the K1 visa petition form, was filed, and then wasn't it like a 2 month ago, 3 month ago, Archida? And then it's with the California Service Center. Usually it's between 1 and 3 months with a California Service Center. So you're almost there. And then I hope that it's not more than 3 months. Okay, so I'm just reviewing the questions here. There's a lot of them I miss. Okay, oh, there's a lot of them. Okay, just be patient, okay? Okay, a lot of you joining. Oh, yes. UK 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 has a question about waiver case. Okay, waiver case. We handle many difficult waiver cases. Now, so just contact us, right? Once again, for TikTok, I'm not able to tell you my phone number, but go to my profile and then find the phone number or find a way to schedule paid consultation with me. So yes, we do. We handle notice of intent to deny cases, but it's like tight schedule. So sometimes we're not able to handle because we have a lot of cases. But if it's denied case, and then you may need refiling or 290B, then notice of motion to reopen or reconsider maybe will help you. But just at least contact us. Oh, Jahim Grant, I'm sorry to hear this. It looks like you have a pending marriage green card case, and then your wife's sister passed away, funeral. So it's called humanitarian, I-131 advanced parole expedition. You may ask them to expedite with the documents, supporting documents, or you can do emergency I-130 application. Now, expedition, if you have a pending I-130 application, then it doesn't cost any additional fee, but it's kind of slow, takes 30 days. But if you do emergency I-130 application, which is a brand new application, you can get that approved in person via InfoPass. It's really fast, but only one-time departure and then return. It's not multiple. Okay, so just you need to factor that. Okay, Chanel Rodriguez. What we do if you're married already a U.S. citizen, so you got married to U.S. citizen, but oh, I see. So you got married first before your divorce is finalized, or that can be issue. Well, obviously, I need to look at the details because sometimes when you say like divorce finalized and all this, but I need to see the detail. But usually you are allowed to get married after your divorce is finalized. And if you're from Wisconsin and some states, there's a cooling period. It means that you're not able to get married right away after your divorce is finalized. In Wisconsin, you need to wait 6 months. It's not about living in Wisconsin, but if the divorce was finalized in Wisconsin, even though you live in California, you need to wait 6 months. You need to wait 6 months, okay, to get married. So That's the rule. Okay. Lulu asked question. Do you know anything about K1 fiance visa? Of course, that's what we do all the time. But obviously, I said that we're gonna talk about green card cases. So you can call us, right, for free case evaluation, or you can come back next week because I'm gonna talk about the K1, spouse visa, all consular process cases. But yeah, the simply answering your question, we have 100% approval when it comes to K1 fiance visa cases. In fact, our marriage green card cases, we process more than 1,500 about that. No denial. I mean, I'm not lying, just like we're simply good. We're like a well-oiled machine. So if you're looking for experienced, successful immigration lawyer who can handle your, family, marriage, or fiance cases, contact us. Okay, so I have a question from YouTube. May, you're on F1 student visa. You're planning to get married to U.S. citizen boyfriend. Congratulations. You're in different states. Perhaps you go to school and then your future spouse, working, going to school in different state. But you plan to move him into his place. Okay, good. Now, okay. So then the question is a very good question, by the way. Uh, the question is, her question is whether they can get married now, even though they're not living together, or married after you move in together. Well, I'm not your attorney yet, but we have a case like yours. Many of them were highly successful with the couple not living together. It means that even after the marriage, you don't live together because you have a good reasons, right? So, for example, just like me, you're on student visa. Good explanation. Think about this: like you go to school, college, or maybe she's pursuing master's program. I mean, would you quit and go to or transfer to different school? Not really, right? I mean, that's what it is. So that's good condition to get married and even apply for green card. You don't need to be together as long as you have a good explanation on why you're not living together. Other variation, you're on H1B. Like you know the drill, right? If you're on H1B, you're kind of stuck with your employer because if you change your employer, then you need to do H1B transfer, and then it's like wow, nerve wracking. So you're not moving, and that's okay. You don't need to live in different states. So Mary, if you need attorney, and if you don't have an attorney, contact us. I'm talking to you, right? You can find the phone number, how to find me. We would be happy to talk to you. Okay. Um, just drinking water. Okay. Yahanger, hope that I'm not butchering your name, your YouTube user. You said I'm coming 21st. Okay. It's just like kind of confusing. So you got married to U.S. citizen, and then you apply for 601A waiver. Then like, are you saying that are you okay from Trump's mass deportation, or not? Yes, may say thank you. Of course, I enjoy talking about all these inquiries. Yahanger, well, I think that you should call us, and then we'll do a free consultation with you. Okay, because 601A waiver is for those of you who enter without visa and then unlawfully present in the U.S. And that's the only inadmissibility. If you have a criminal records and something else, then you shouldn't do it. So it looks like you get married to U.S. citizen spouse. Good for you. And then looks like you entered the U.S. without the visa. So call us and then we'll figure out. Okay, so I think that I'm a little bit behind today. Usually I do this for 30 minutes and it's time to wrap it up. Oh, okay. Big J. I that my name Jae Francis. Sometimes I go with a spelling Jay. So I'm gonna finish today's live with Big J. Okay, Big J. Okay. So then you're international student on F1, but you haven't attended your first semester. Is that what you're saying? And then you like to get married to U.S. citizen. The second part is okay, but I will tell you this: when you enter the U.S. with a student visa and never attended a single semester, then the U.S. CIS will find that you committed fraud and misrepresentation, because you're supposed to come to U.S. to study, not to get married to U.S. citizen. Which you may do it, but if you skip, you haven't like attended any school, especially under Trump, you need to be careful. So contact us. We'll do free case evaluation, or you can talk to me directly. But if you like to talk to me directly, it'll be paid consultation. But anyway, it's time to wrap up. Once again, at the beginning, I say that those of you who are living in California or have a friends and family in California, I pray for safety and then fast recovery. It's really challenging. Also, yes, thank you so much. Tomorrow, the Supreme Court, U.S. Supreme Court, will have a hearing on TikTok, the future of the TikTok. As you know, they need to either sell to non-Chinese company on 19th, or just like wrap it up, right? Which is a day prior to Trump's inauguration. So it's an important day tomorrow. We're gonna see whether TikTok will survive as an entity or it needs to be changed. So that's coming. And in terms of the schedule, next Thursday, I'm going to talk about the K1, CR1 spouse visa, and then parent visa cases, all consular process cases. And then 2 weeks later, we're going to have a first Trump's immigration. He will be our next president. Until then, be safe. Peace be with you. And thank you so much for joining this live. We'll stay in touch. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.